morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Let me know that you're here. There we go. Let me know that you're here. Say good morning. Say hello. Whew, lots going on. Is it bitter cold where you guys are? Because it is cold in Pennsylvania, let me tell ya. Say hello. Let me know that you're here. What are we doing here? There we go. Why is it jumping? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just trying to see if I can see comments. Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, February 18th. This is Tuesday Talks at 10:30. There we go. Hey, baby. Good morning, Donna. Oh, I didn't turn the volume down. Oops. There we go. User error. I'm trying. So how is everybody doing this Tuesday, February 18th? Did you have a good Valentine's Day? Get to go out to dinner or get some flowers or just show love to other people that are around you, those who are important to you? I had a good Valentine's Day for the most part. A little faux pas that happened, but we won't discuss that. Everybody's okay. So, a lot of events that are coming up. Lots and lots and lots of events that are coming up. You can check the website, Connecting the Spirit with Stacy, or the events on my social media. But March 13th, we're doing a gallery reading here at Hip Gypsy Emporium. March 20th is the Empowerment Circle. It's a monthly empowerment circle that myself and another evidential medium hold every single month. March 26th, we're doing Crafting with Spirit with Made Me Mind in Bel Air, Maryland. So the 25th and 26th, I'll be in Bel Air. April 2nd, Crystal Cove Collectives in the Harrisburg area. April 9th, Kismet Epiphany. That is in Fawn Grove. May 5th is a very special event benefiting the Agape Projects, which is a nonprofit organization that bands together and helps where help is needed. And that will be in Havre de Grace, and proceeds will go to benefit Agape Project. And then there's more events. I've got some more that are coming on. I'm doing an event at the Grazing Room. There's an event that we're going to be posting in Gettysburg. So I'll have those up hopefully by the... Oh, Jeff said sideswipe the van. That was our little faux pas that we had on Valentine's. So, I wanted to talk to you about your spiritual path and how to embrace it and how to go about what it is, how do you find it, where do you walk, the whole 9 yards. So I have a lot of my clients say, I don't know what my soul journey is. I don't know what my spiritual path is. I don't know what my purpose is. And I always answer, what do you feel drawn to do? If time and money were no object, what would you be doing? If something immediately comes to your mind, that's where your soul, that's where your spirit is being pulled. So it is doing research on those things and putting a plan in place to do those. So, what if you go, I have no idea what my soul purpose is. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. You know what? That's fine. It took me a long time to figure out what I was supposed to do, and it changes. Sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes on a monthly basis, some yearly. But, I know right here, right now, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Tuesday Talks at 10:30 to talk to each and every one of you about coming back home and finding your place within yourself. So, there's a meditation in a 24-hour book. What did I do with it? Here we go. Handy dandy 24-hour book. 24 hours a day. It's an AA book. And there's a meditation in there to give you things to think about. And I just want to read it. And the thing is the thought process needs to be with faith and conviction. And it's a meditation that makes you stop and think to yourself, where's the path that I'm on? Where do I need to be? What do I need to be doing? So I'm just going to read it to you. And it says, I believe that life is a school in which I must learn spiritual things. I must trust God, source, universe, however you look at it, and He will teach me. I must listen to God, source, universe, and He will speak through my mind. I must commune with Him in spirit of all oppositions and every obstacle there is. There will be days when I will hear no voice in my mind, and when there will come no intimate heart-to-heart communication. But if I persist and I make a life habit of schooling myself in spiritual things, God will reveal Himself to me in many ways. I love that we are in that thought process, that we are in Earth School. Every day is a classroom. Every day there's a lesson to learn. And the mantra or the prayer or the thought process is, I pray that I regularly go to school in things of the Spirit. I pray that I grow spiritually by making a practice of these things. So every single day, you're going to get up and get ready for school. So I want to break this down. I want to break down the thought process behind this and how I view this. So we've all gone to school. Whether it's homeschooling, whether it's regular school, whether it's private school, whether it's college, we've all been in a classroom and we've learned different things. Some things come easy, some things come difficult, some things just like click with you and you're like, yes, that's the answer. And when you think about the things that you've learned in school, how to read, how to write, how to communicate, how to study, how to talk to other people, it's the same thing in Earth School. We're learning how to read other people. We're learning how to read into ourselves, how to communicate with people. So now life has become this school. And if you pay attention, you will learn something every single day, just like you did in the classroom. Every single day, you're paying attention to something. You notice something. You're like, oh, you get that aha moment, or, oh, I never thought of it that way. So it's paying attention and participating in life one moment at a time, one class at a time. It's mindfulness. It's being aware in the moment. We're not worrying about the future. We're not regretting the past. We're present. So if you're in the class and you're not participating, you're worrying, you're regretting, you're just going through your day automatically, then you've lost a big part of the lessons that are around you that the earth wants to teach you. Life is filled with lessons in some form based on the people that we surround ourselves with. We learn hard lessons, we learn great lessons, we get these aha moments. So I want you to think for a moment back when you were in school. Some people have fond memories of school, some people don't have fond memories of school. But there has to be some moment in time that you had in a school setting where you trusted the teacher that you were with, you wanted to participate in the lesson, and you learned something because you felt safe and it just made sense to you. So Earth, God, people around you, they're your teachers. And there's daily lessons. There's tests, there's accomplishments, there's grading, there's how you complete your assignment, there's how you pull it apart so that you understand it. We learn from teachers by speaking, communicating, and listening and learning. Wouldn't it be the same thing on earth? We learn things by asking questions, by paying attention, by thinking, how do I respond to this? How do I react to this? How does it feel with me? So, to me, if you want to learn from a spiritual teacher, okay, that's in meditation and prayer. It's in calling in your guides and God and your angels and those who have passed before you, and you ask them questions. What am I supposed to learn today? And you listen. You ask until you hear or until you know. It's not giving up. It's standing faithfully knowing when the time is right, the answers will be revealed. It's with a faithful, honest, truthful heart with true conviction of finding out the answers. If you want to get someone's attention, you talk to them. You ask them a question, and then you listen. You have a conversation. It's the same with spirit. It's the exact same thing with spirit and guides and angels and God and, everything within consciousness. It's the same thing with yourself. Do you feel like you've lost connection with you? It's having that conversation. It's rolling back the reels. You hear me say this all the time. What happened when? What was the last time What do I want to explore? So, I talked a couple weeks ago about shower meditation. Journaling and meditating is two of the key points in being on a spiritual path, in awakening things within you. So, a shower meditation, most of us take a shower every day, either in the morning or at night. It's allowing that water to rush over us, listening to the water, imagining that the water coming over us is this bright light from the other realm, washing down over us, getting rid of the worries of the day, cleansing our thought process, refreshing us, and allowing us to have a new vision. So I received a lot of emails, a lot of messages about, oh my gosh, that shower meditation, that's really going to help me. So I ask you now, have you put it into practice? Are you doing it every day or once a week? But is this a practice? Is this something that you're constantly doing when you get in the shower? You just get in and get out. Taking time for yourself, allowing the things of the day to wash off of you. We pick up energy from other people, and it lowers our vibration. Or maybe we had a bad day and we want to wash that stank off of us from that bad day that we had. We don't want to, go to bed with it and then wake up with it again. No. You're cleansing it off of yourself for renewal and meditating for answers or direction so that you don't stink. So that you're washing it off from you so that you can connect with consciousness. Maybe you've lost someone that you dearly loved and you're grieving them oh so much. And you don't know where to turn. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm upset, I take a shower and I cry in the shower. And nobody knows that I'm in there crying. And it's just the shower's crying with me. The universe is crying with me. So as I'm in the shower and I'm releasing all this energy, I take a moment to visualize the person who I've lost, tell them I miss them, and talk to them. If you get quiet, eventually you will feel their presence, hear their voice, maybe not audibly, but within your mind, within your heart. But you will know that they are there. It's getting quiet and inviting them in. It's aligning yourself with Source, with Spirit, but with yourself. It's that direct connection from your heart center to Spirit, whether it is God, Source, angels, guides, loved ones, or yourself. We all have a higher self, our conscious, our imagination, if you want to call it. It's reconnecting with them in alignment. It's taking the time to get quiet, ask, listen, and receive for clarity. So just, if it's nothing else, to get your mind straight. Does your mind ever just kind of like go off on a tangent about things? I know mine does. So I jump in the shower and I breathe in the water, how it smells, and maybe I'll have candles lit or some type of shower steamer in there, some type of herb, or I don't know, an essential oil. Wild orange is a pick-me-up. Lavender helps you to relax. But it's asking your guides and your angels and your higher self to draw near. Come here. Come here for a minute. Come close to me. Let me hear you. Let me see you. Let me feel you. Come close. It's an invitation to them that you ask them to be with you. I mean, think about it. If you have a party and you invite no one shows up. Why wouldn't it be the same with the spirit realm? I call Archangel Michael in all the time, and it's to the point where I don't need to call him in. He's just here when I need him. So it is connecting, talking, listening, and finding clarity. When it first starts, it may just be this small voice that you think to yourself, oh my God, this is just me. I'm crazy. But if you faithfully take the chance on what you hear in a positive way, if the voice is telling you something negative, don't listen. That's when you call Archangel Michael in and say, get rid of this negative voice. But it's listening to that connection. And if you don't hear anything, ask again. Ask in a different way. Don't give up. Continue to ask. No matter what's going on in your life, Spirit already knows what's happening. And they will stand back and hover and wait for you to say, show me some freaking direction here. I'm going crazy. I don't know what to do. And then get quiet. Show love to yourself. Show love to Spirit, to consciousness, and invite it in. They're waiting for you to invite them into a conversation. They're your teacher. If you don't show, when you're in school, participation is part of your grade. If you don't participate, lack of participation. Yeah, you may do fine on your grades and on your tests, but if you're not participating and making the class better, more interesting, maybe your grade's a little bit lower because lack of participation. Same thing in life, same thing with spirit, same thing with finding your spiritual path and your soul journey. And I want to say this, and I want each and every one of you to hear this, that spirituality, a connection to consciousness, a connection to yourself, is for everyone. It's not just for special people. We all have the ability for something. But more importantly, you have the ability to love yourself, connect with yourself, find clarity and alignment and balance so that you can live a happier, more joyful life. We're all in this earth school on this spiritual path. So, when I talk to some of my clients, they'll say things like, sometimes things happen, but not like it happens for you. Well, you know what? Nothing's going to happen for you like happens for me, just like nothing's going to happen for me like happens for you. What we draw our attention to, what we research, what we learn about, that's what we grow in. So maybe past life regressions don't interest you. I read the heck out of every book I can read about it. Maybe chakras don't interest you. I read about that. I read about anything I can get my hands on because I want this vast knowledge, this vast aha moments, because I have to see all the little puzzle pieces. But when I first started, all I wanted to read about was psychic ability and mediumship and spirituality. Those were my main things. And now, 10 years later, and I mean, along the way, I've read other things, but, I'm reading other things as well. It is that spiritual path I feel drawn to. I feel like I need to learn as much as I can and teach others what I learn. So it's paying attention and putting something into yourself. So I want you to ask yourself, what can I do each day to learn something? Maybe you read a page in a book. Maybe you listen to a podcast or an ebook. Maybe you just go for a walk and pay attention to the birds that are around you, and then you find out what kind of birds those were. Maybe you listen to a conversation from someone who you've never met before, or you engage in a conversation to get to learn about them. Maybe I don't know. There's so many different things that you can learn. You watch a painter and see, watch a tutorial on how they paint and how they get the little things, the trees out of a brush stroke. But learn something every day. Every day in every way. I'm getting better and better. So it is allowing yourself to keep feeding and nourishing your soul so that you can get better and better. It's having class every day, showing up for Earth School. Not being tardy, showing up. Looking for signs and synchronicities. Asking questions to Spirit, to your higher self, and expecting to receive an answer. Not saying, well, Stacey said to ask, so I'm going to ask, but I probably am not going to hear anything. Well, you've already put it out into the universe that I don't really believe, so you're not going to show up. Instead, go, okay, universe, here's my question. I expect an answer. Show me an answer. And if they don't show you the answer, raise your hand again and ask again. I was in a class a couple years ago, and I had a question about a reading that I had done. And it was like really at the pit of my heart. There were two people that I felt drawn to in this group setting. But Spirit will push me to where I need to be. But my heart was with someone else. And I remember doing the reading for the person who was sitting where I was magnetized to. But again, my heart was over here. And I remember asking the mentor about that. And he had said that I probably was with the other person as well. And that I could have gone ahead and done another reading. And just kind of glossed over it. And I remember standing up and saying, no, you don't understand. When I was doing the reading, I knew I was with the right person, but my heart was over here because of what the situation was. And then very lovingly said, you know what, that's going to happen. From time to time, that's going to happen. And if you have the information, to share the information. It was in a teaching environment. There was another medium that was supposed to get up. So the human part of me did not want to interfere with the next person up. But had I been in an intimate setting where I was leading the readings, I definitely would have gone to the next person. But I asked the question of my mentor again, a little stronger, stood up, said, no, you don't understand. Because it laid so heavy on my heart. So, okay, hold on. So sometimes when I ask for help in different areas of my life, I feel guilty because others are worse off than I am. Okay, Donna. So this is the number one thing that I get from people. You feel guilty because others are worse than what you feel as if they are. Spirit is taking care of that other person. It doesn't mean that Spirit is going to help you instead of that person. It's okay to be selfish every once in a while. There is a book by Nancy Levine, Jump and Life Will Find You, I think it's called. But she talks about when you are selfish or when you are selfless, that means it is less of self. So you ask your spirit guides for help in the situation that you are in. And if you feel guilty about that, say a prayer for those that are in need of other help as well. Help me to send my healing energy to others in this world. Because, my dear friend, if you are not growing within yourself, it is hard for you to help others. Help me to find the answers so that I can help those who are in worse positions than I am in. Send those to me that I can honestly help. Does that make sense, Donna? But now I don't want to say everybody, but 90% of my students that I mentor, or people that we talk about prayer and meditation, say that they feel guilty asking God, asking their guides for help with things because others need it more than you do. Spirit is not human. Spirit can help more than one person at a time. Do not feel guilty to invite and ask. Then when you learn, share your information. So, I hope that answered your statement there. Thank you. Yes, because my purpose is so your purpose is to help others. So don't feel guilty about asking, how can I help others? All right? I love that. I feel like my purpose is to save the world one person at a time. But first I needed to kind of save myself and get myself out of a deep rut, because how can I help someone when I'm all screwed up? The other thing is none of us are perfect. We all make mistakes. And sometimes you can help others even when you are screwed up. Okay? So, if I want to grow spiritually, I need to make a plan to acknowledge a learning process. Help me to receive all the gifts that you want to give to me gently. Help me to see the gifts that you're showing me. Help me to see the signs. And if I miss them, show me again. Make sense? When you think about nurses, they don't just wake up one day and say, I think I'm going to become a nurse. They go to school, they learn the anatomy, they learn the cells and the microorganisms and, the symptoms of things. So they become a student of nursing. And then once they graduate and they put what they learned into practice, all of a sudden they become healers. But they couldn't be healers to help those who need their help until they went to school to learn what they needed to learn. Social workers and therapists, they go to school to learn about human traits and traumas and reactions and things like that. And then once they graduate, they share what they learn with an open heart. Your spiritual path is the exact same thing, and you can think about any type of trade, any type of career. You don't just go in and automatically know it. You'll learn about it. And then from what you've learned, you show others. We are all healers in some form. If you're a mother, if you're a father, if you're a sister, you're a brother, and you listen to someone and you give them advice and you help them out of a situation, healer. If you're a nurse and you go to work and you help the sick, healer. If you are a radio talk show host and you make someone laugh about something, healer. If you're a musician and you play music that touches the soul, healer. We are all healers in some way. Finding that soul purpose, that spiritual path, that healer within you, your superpower, it doesn't take a rocket scientist. We overthink it. If time and money were no object, what would I be doing? I want to heal others. How do you want to heal others? Through talk therapy, through physical connection, through how? Where? Narrow it down and then broaden it. Take that one step. If you're a good listener, if you're a good communicator, if you're a good organizer, that's a superpower. If you know herbs and energy, I don't know what that word is, but I can't even read my own writing. But if you feel drawn to do something, do it. Make a plan and move forward and do it. If it doesn't work out, learn the lesson, say, well, I did it. So that when you are 90 years old and you think, man, I always thought I should, but you never did, then you have regret. If you do this thing and the path changes, there's a reason why you started one way and you went in a different direction. And I would love to hear about where you feel like your spiritual paths are taking you. Email me, message me, connectingtospiritwithstacy@gmail. I would love to hear about it. I would love for you to share where you want to go, where you feel you are going, where you have been and where it has taken you, where your soul is leading you, what subject, what modality, what area of spirit do you want to be in? A mathematician is still a spiritual being, right? We're all spiritual beings living a human existence. Think about things that just automatically come naturally to you. Maybe that's part of your superpower. Maybe you can grow on that superpower. By making it a practice to learn something every single day, you are also teaching something every single day. Because others around you learn by your example, right? They see you grow. When I run into, past classmates and they see how different I am from school, I mean, I'm still the weird kid, but they see how I've grown. I am not as awkward as I used to be, forcing myself to be, cool, making myself fit in. Now it's okay if I don't fit in. Now I know how to listen instead of listen to respond. Because when someone would tell me an issue years ago, in my head I'm already thinking of how to fix it. I have learned how to put my hands over my mouth. My husband says, take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth and listen. What can I learn from this person? How can I help this person if they're asking me for help? Maybe just listening is helping. So, making it a practice to learn something every day, you're also teaching someone every day. And that mantra, that meditation was, I pray I can regularly go to school in spirit every day. You know what? Tell me what your favorite book is. I would love to know what your favorite book is. What book helped you the most spiritually? I'll read it if I haven't already. It might be a little bit on a waiting list, but I have a stack of books that I'm reading. Grow spiritually. Learn something spiritually every day. If you are a hugger and you hug someone, pause for a moment. How does it feel? Where are you feeling this? In your heart, in your head? Do you feel the connection with the energy? Right? It's sharing your world with everyone else, and also sharing their world, taking in their world. Shack with Donna, the Shack? Being at peace, yep, exactly. I love that book. I did read that book by Thich Nhat Hanh. I always mess that up, but Being at Peace. It's amazing. And here's the thing. When you read a title that says Being at Peace, don't we think, oh my God, I read this book and I will be at peace for the rest of my life. No, it teaches you how to be at peace with yourself, how to see the signs of a storm coming in, and then tools to navigate it. Donna, the Shack, yes. I read the Shack years ago, and it was so interesting, but I got confused in some parts, and I reread it. But then when it came out in the theater, I watched it. I'm more of a visual person, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, now I understand why this was this, and why this is, and I understand it. Yeah, definitely, definitely. So I pray regularly that I can go to school and grow spiritually and learn spiritually and share what I learn with the world. Put the meditation and prayer into your daily life. Gratitude, service to others, all these things that you can add. When you think of service to others, it doesn't mean that you have to go stack wood for someone every single day. Now, If a friend of yours needs help stacking wood, by all means, stack wood. But service is also showing kindness to others. Okay? Pay attention to what you learn. What did I learn? What did I learn yesterday? What did I learn? Let me think. What did I learn? You know, yesterday, Mondays are usually my day in the office, and I do a lot of readings. I had a few readings yesterday, so then it would be my day in the office to work on Tuesday Talks, to work on the podcast tonight. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to go get my nails done, and then I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit and veg. So I learned that it was okay to just sit and do nothing. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel guilty about just not doing anything. I napped a little bit, watched some TV, had some conversations with the hubster, right? Communicate with consciousness, spirit, God, angels, and those who have passed. Talk to them. They're only a whisper away. Have a conversation with them. Look at a picture of them and talk to them. Look up. Put your hand on your heart. However, whatever brings you to that place of comfort, to have this conversation. Ask questions with the mindset, I will hear an answer, or an answer will be reviewed. An answer will be revealed, either in a sign or a synchronicity, but a direction will be shown. Be a faithful student of this earth school, of yourself, of spirituality, of those things that you feel passionate about. Do you ever notice when you talk about something that you love, like, oh my gosh, you feel like you pull forward, even like you put your hand on your chest where you're like, oh, let me just tell you, I read this book the other day. Oh, let me, and you pull in closer. It's paying attention to your body language. Or are you like, yeah, I guess we can talk about it. And you push away and you look away, and you know what? Maybe you have to plow through that and then wash your hands of it. So, what do you think about this earth school? It is, and I'm going to say this as gently as I can. If you don't like the situation that you were in, you can change it. If you don't like the people that surround you, you can move your location. But if you say, oh, I hate this person, do you believe that? If you are sending hate out into the universe on whatever level, you're defeating the purpose of your spiritual walk. You're defeating your purpose of your spiritual walk. I can't stand that person. I hate that person. You know what? Change your direction. I will send them love and spirit and all the best, but I need to disconnect from them. I forgive them. I release them. They forgive me. They release me. I'm no longer going to let their energy affect mine. Right? Turn the news off if you have to. Seriously. I send blessings to the world around us every single night. I code it in love and healing. To our leaders of these big, of the nations. I send them love and appreciation. I do not hate them. I could not hate them. I may not agree with them, but I need to send them love and understanding and hope that they will make the right decisions based on the knowledge that they have. If you send hate, you will receive hate. It's a spiritual walk. Spirituality is based on love, kindness, acceptance, reverence, teaching, learning. So, if you truly want to live the life you love and love the life you live, it is 11:11. I love that. Send love and peace to all that are around you. But also, you know what? Learn something every single day. Find out where you're being pulled. and make an action plan to learn more about it. And then when you learn about it, teach others so that together we can heal the world, one person at a time, one thought at a time, one moment at a time, one service at a time. Be the healer that's within you. So guys, lots of events coming up. Check my website, check social media. I am on a podcast tonight at 8 p.m. on Bold Brave Media, or I will also stream it here. I am going to have Stacey Haynes on, Nasty Bob, and we're going to talk about things that go bump in the night. So, guys, I hope you have a great and wonderful day. I hope this thought process is embedded within you and made you go, you know what? I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to pay attention and learn something today. And maybe write down what you learned. Journal it. Meditation and journaling. Man, to me, step 1 and step 2. So, also, don't forget about the women's retreat that's coming up in October. I didn't even talk about that. Got a lot of really cool things we're doing. We're going to be talking about energy and past lives and getting rid of this spiritual gunk that's around you, and meditations and journaling and visualization. And it's at Bethany Beach. And if you want to join, click the website. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Peace out. I love you. Learn something today. Bye-bye.